is Crystal. I am the director of the Center for Academic Success at Los Angeles Pierce College. That's our tutoring and embedded tutoring center. I'm also a coordinator for California Community College Success Network. That is a Chancellor's Office initiative that brings all kinds of awesome professional learning opportunities to folks across the state of California and beyond. And I really focus on creating professional learning opportunities and networks for peer educators. That means embedded tutors and SI leaders. That's really my jam. Tutors, SI leaders, and embedded tutors. Really, there's a lot of great stuff out there for faculty, but really my goal in 3CSN, in addition to doing the general 3CSN work, is to really bring this stuff to our peer educators. So this is for you. If you're not a peer educator, if you're a faculty member who works with peer educators, or maybe you're just a faculty member or staff member who wanted to know how to do an intro video, that is great. You are very welcome here also. Just know that today's discussion will be geared towards peer educators, students specifically. And I don't know why I just got muted, but I'm not muted now. So good teaching is good, just good teaching. We're just glad you're here. So we have some people who are going to be helping us out in the chat today. So we've got Jamie Ray. So Jamie, if you would be kind enough to take over the task of now letting people in. And we also have some video and tech expert, or video and Zoom experts. Ronnie, he's one of our chemistry tutors. He does a lot in Zoom. And we also have a Don, who is a cinema tutor and does a lot of our filming. So if you have questions that are beyond my expertise, we've got some other expertise for peer educators as well. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. Today, we're going to talk about what goes into a good introductory video. How do you introduce yourself to your students and to the faculty members with whom you'll be working this semester? What are the steps for writing, recording, editing, and sharing that video? We will also then have a chance for you to practice. So we'll have you do a quick prototype script. If you're a Pierce College tutor, you already did a quick prototype script in our tutor training. So we'll have an opportunity for you to shine that up. If you're new, then we'll just give you a quick 3 minutes to think about what will go into your 1-minute intro video. And then we're going to put you into some teams so you can actually start practicing your video in a safer space to get some feedback before you send it out off to those big scary classes and faculty members. So the way this works is we're going to be talking for the first hour about how to be making videos. Towards the end of this breakout session, we will have an opportunity for us to actually do the work ourselves. So you'll actually dig in and practice it. If you want to hang out, I'll actually be here until 4:30 today, so you can stay, ask more funky tech questions, or maybe do some more practice, or ask some more questions. We'll be around till 4:30. If you want links or materials, we will send them to you in the chat. All right. Everyone's going to be muted, so we don't have that funky background noise. But if you would like to ask a question, you can put that question in the chat, or you can raise your Zoom hand and we will ask you to unmute yourself. So at the bottom, there's a little chat bar, so make sure you click that. And while you click that, tell us your name, your college, and your role. If you haven't done that already, we would love to know who you are, where you come from. If you'd like to raise your hand, you're going to go back down to that little taskbar at the bottom. You're going to click on participants. That'll bring up a panel on the side, and there's this adorable little blue hand right there. So if you want to practice that, you can do it now. Just go ahead and click it to raise your hand, and then click it again to lower your hand. And I won't call on you if you just click it and then unclick it. But if you leave it up for a couple minutes, then I will call on you. But you can go ahead and practice that now if you'd like. And we'll also do breakouts today. So there's a mute button that you need to know about. There's a little picture of an old-timey microphone in the bottom right corner or the bottom left corner of your screen. Click that to mute or unmute yourself. All right. So in order for us to work together today, we kind of have to get our heads around what it means to learn together. A lot of these workshops are just somebody yakking at you, and you're kind of half paying attention and mostly writing and mostly checking your emails. That's the way I do it too. But today we are going to really do some work together. So I just wanted us to get our heads around that. You're going to do some really sloppy prototype writing that you're not going to be super proud of right away. That's okay. You're going to be getting some feedback from other people. Give yourself some opportunities to explore new tools and not get it right away. We love confusion. Confusion is our favorite. So please be confused. Please put your questions in the chat and be nice. Be nice to other people as they ask questions. Lots of people have questions and lots of people want answers. So let's just give everybody space to ask those questions as we go. So with no further ado, let's get into the introductory videos. So the first question that I wanted to address was just why would we do an introductory video, right? You're a tutor. Don't you just wait for students to come to you? Aren't you the oracle at Delphi, just waiting there with all of this wisdom and just waiting for people to come to you and ask you 3 questions? That is the old model of tutoring where we all just sat there and waited for students to come to us. But now we know a lot more about how learning works, and we know that if people are going to ask for help, they're going to need a little bit of a bridge. They're going to need a little bit of an introduction, right? Very few people just come and ask you for help without you introducing yourself. And those are usually the people who have what we call help-seeking behaviors, which means they probably would have gotten help from somewhere else if they hadn't gotten help from you. It's great. We want to help those people who already seek out help, but we also want to help people who might want to seek out help, but they need a little bit of help to seek out help, right? We don't always know where to go. We always sometimes feel a little shy. We feel stupid. All kinds of reasons we wouldn't reach out and ask for help even though we need it. So you as the peer educator are there to create a bridge, right, between what's going on in the classroom and their understanding in life, right? So in order to create that bridge, you got to get out there and introduce yourself a little bit, sell yourself a little bit. So we do introductory videos because it promotes your work. It turns you into a real person. You're not just a big scary person somewhere else. You are a person with flesh and blood who wants to help. It's going to help students know how to find you, especially in that online environment. It's really hard to know how to find help because everybody's got a different system. So you can do a little video on which buttons to click to find a tutor. There's also often a lot of specialized information, especially if you're an embedded tutor and SI leader. Information for your particular class that you need to give out. So that's a great way to do it. And what's really nice about making a video is that students can access that video again and again. So maybe I'm not paying attention right now, but I can access it later. Maybe I'm an English learner, right? And I have to do a lot of translating and I need to watch your video 15 times before I get it. If it's recorded, I can watch it again and again. So we're going to watch a couple of introductory videos, some very quick samples. But before I show you those introductory videos, I wanted to talk a little bit about the principles of a really great introductory peer education video, right? So as you watch these samples, you can look for these qualities in those samples. Number 1, make it easy. Don't make it a huge production. You don't need sound effects. You don't need, you know, crazy things happening in the background. It's just you and a camera and a really good script, right? Short, under 2 minutes. I would say under 1 minute is ideal, but 2 minutes is about the max that anybody's going to listen to you. So stop talking after 2 minutes. Talk about who you are. Make yourself real. Talk a little bit of something about you other than you're a tutor. Maybe your major, whatever it is that you want to say about you that makes you a real person. I would recommend maybe talking about why you do what you do. I am here to help you because I think that you can, I know you can succeed in this class and I want to make sure you do something along those lines, something motivational. Be specific about how you can help, which steps you're going to take to help, what they can expect from a tutoring session or an SI leader session. Show them how to find you. Again, online, we're all kind of lost out there. So it's really important to talk about what are the steps and what are the clicks that the students need to take in order to find you. And also include any other information that the faculty member wants you to include. Maybe it's their test dates, maybe it's some specialized information just for that class about websites, that's stuff that you can include in that introductory video as well. So with no further ado, I'm going to show you 4 videos, right? And they're all under a minute. So I'm going to show you 4 videos and it's going to take us less than 5 minutes, right? That's a great video. I'm going to show you some from different perspectives, one from chemistry, one from English, one from philosophy, and one from multiple subjects. As you're thinking it through, as you're watching these videos, think about those principles that we just talked about, right? Short, something about them. Is it practiced? Does it follow a script? Does it talk about why they do what they do, how they do what they do, and how students can find them? Also think about, as you're going to make your video, what from these videos would you like to do? So which ideas would you like to steal? So Can I get an indication of whether or not you see the face of Valley? Can somebody tell me, do you see Valley? Okay, good. All right, so I'm gonna switch over my audio so you can hear my computer, and I'm gonna show you 4 videos, and then we will come back together.
Hi, my name is Valley, and I'm your chemistry tutor. Tutors can help you understand the expectations in your classes and learn new study techniques that will last you throughout the rest of college. We want to help you build study skills to become independent learners in your classes. Your learning is important, so don't hesitate to reach out. I can give you a hand if you're just beginning to figure out what works best for you, but also if you're already feeling confident with your studies and just have a few questions. There's no such thing as a stupid question. Ask away. We can brainstorm, work together through practice problems, go over any mistakes on assignments you've gotten back from your professor, or make a study plan together. The transition to online classes has been challenging for lots of people. So if you like, we can work together to find some solutions for that. Wherever you are in your learning, I'd love to work with you. Please come visit me during my hours, message me through your Canvas inbox, or post a question on the discussion board. Hope to see you soon.
Hi everyone, my name is Valeria and I'm your course embedded tutor for Professor Kramer's class. I've taken this course before and I earned an A in it, so I'm just here to guide you guys through the semester and share some of the strategies that helped me succeed in this class. You'll see me attend class regularly and I'll be taking down notes, answering any questions that you guys may have during class, and also helping you guys out during peer review days. You can also meet with me outside of class at the tutoring center, either before class or after class. And I'll go ahead and post my scheduled hours up on Canvas under announcements for you all. So yeah, I think that's about it. I'll see you all in class and I hope to see you guys at the tutoring center as well. Bye.
Hi everyone, my name is Jeremy. I'm a philosophy tutor over at Pierce, usually in the Center for Academic Success. I've been tutoring for about 4 years now or so, and I'm one of the many philosophy tutors who are going to be available in the weeks moving forward as we all try to transition over to this online experience. I understand things are a little uncertain, everyone's not quite sure how this is going to go, but I assure you that we're all working as hard as we can to make sure that this goes down as seamlessly as possible. So, please feel free to reach out with the questions that you might have. I'll be available for Zoom meetings. You can look at the schedule on the tutoring Canvas page for that. And you can also find the courses that I will be available for. I look forward to working with you all moving forward. Take care.
Hi, my name is Adon, and I'm a philosophy tutor here at Pierce College. Just wanted to say hello, and hello again if you've met me before. I wanted to let you know that philosophy tutoring will be online and will be up and ready to help you out. So go ahead and check the schedule. You can see my schedule and the schedule of the other tutors. You can also see what classes we specifically tutor. So I tutor basically all the philosophy classes except 6 and 9. And if I'm not around, there should be other tutors there online. You can see it on the schedule. I also secondarily tutor cinema studies and art history. So if you want to talk about that a little bit, go ahead and come log on. Yeah, I hope you all are hanging in there and let's have a successful semester. Hi, my name is Adon and I'm a philosophy tutor.
All right, so let's hear it for our tutor leaders. Give them some love in that chat. They have been really trying very hard to get this stuff done. And remember, a lot of those videos were filmed after the COVID shutdown when we were all crazy and nobody knew what we were doing. So kudos to them. And a couple of things, you'll notice that a lot of them used very simple visuals. Jeremy had the whiteboard in the background. I saw that up in the chat. Adon didn't want you to see all of his business behind him, so he just put a black sheet up behind him, right? So nothing here was really particularly high tech. Nobody used green screens or any kind of crazy graphics. They just turned on the camera, wrote a really quick script, under a minute, and they get on a lot of great information. So just think about what kinds of ideas you'd like to see for yourself. So speaking of the script, we took this straight from the playbook of Adon, so I want to give him credit for this. This slide I stole from him. This is a great tip that Adon taught me that I am now passing on to you. Write a script. I know you think you just got this. Don't even worry about it. I'm just going to turn on my camera and go. No, you're going to turn on your camera and you're going to sound silly and you're going to take like 45 different takes and then you're still going to sound silly and then you're going to end up memorizing it and it's going to take you like 2 hours and something that could take you 10 minutes, right? If you just write the script first. So how long should your script be? That's a great question. So this is the great tip that Adon gave me. If you were to use 1-inch margins, a double-spaced paper, and used Courier New 12 points, and you did a line break or return after every 2 or 3 sentences, just write out your script that way, and 1 page equals 1 minute. So you don't have to write a bunch out and then film it and then find out that it's 11 minutes. Fun fact, I didn't use Adon's method, and I just wrote a script for myself the other day for what I thought was going to be a 5-minute video, and it was 11.5 minutes. All right, so this is a great way to make sure that your 5-minute video doesn't turn into a saga, right? You're not trying to write Lord of the Rings. You're just trying to introduce yourself to your students and to your faculty members, all right? So 1-inch margins, 12-point double-spaced Courier New, a line break after every couple of sentences, 1 page equals 1 minute. So a 2 to 3 page script would be a 2 to 3 page video. Thank you, Adon. Now, once you got your script written, you're gonna shoot it. So I'm just gonna go through the steps on how to shoot a video. Today we're focusing on Zoom. There are a lot of other trainings that we do on, for example, UJA and other platforms that you can use to shoot videos. But we've noticed that if you just focus on one platform at a time, it tends to go a little bit better. So if you'd like to know how to shoot a video using a different platform, just go ahead and let us know in the chat. We can send you video recordings of other platforms that you can use to shoot videos, or if we haven't used it yet, we can make a video training and then we can do this on the 3 p.m. on Fridays. But today we're focusing on Zoom. I'm going to show you how to set up the video, share your screen, record, find the recording, edit the recording, and share the recording. All right, so here we go. First, you want to get your setup. All right, so right now, where's your mic? Can you hear? Are they way over here? Are you gonna? Or is your mic nice and loud for people to hear you? So check the mic and check the distance from the camera. I've made a lot of videos and found out afterwards that I was all up against the video, the camera like that. No good, all right? So just make sure you got a good distance from the camera, your microphone's in a good place, and you got the background that's appropriate, okay? So you saw what Adon did. He just put a big black sheet up behind him so you couldn't see what was behind him. If you don't want to do that and you want to use a virtual background, that's fine. I just make sure that behind me is nice and clean. I don't have any messages up there that I don't want people to have. Make sure it's clean and ready to go. And then of course, check your lighting. You want to make sure that it's not too dark, right? So I find that there's a specific time of day that works best for me for filming, but you figure it out as you like it, but make sure it's the way you want it to look. All right, then you're going to turn on your Zoom. Just like you're doing now. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to screen share. So that's going to be in that bottom bar, just like we showed you earlier. Right in the middle, there's a green button that says screen share. And you can pick what kind of screen you want to share. For me, the video that I did the other day was how to find a tutor. So I selected the Pierce College website as the screen that I wanted to share to move through it. But you could show yourself. You could show a whiteboard. There's all kinds of different things that you can show in that option. So pick the screen that you want to share and then record. So there is a record button there at the bottom. If you click that record button, it will give you 2 options. You can either record on your computer or you can record on the cloud and it'll save it in your Zoom account. I recommend that you record it to the cloud. The reason for that is it won't take up space on your computer, and also Zoom has a built-in, very basic but free editing option. So if you record it to the cloud, then it'll auto caption it for you, and you can trim the beginning and the end, and you don't have to use any fancy software that you have on your computer. You can do it for free. All right. So as you're recording, I just want to point out a couple of things. In the edit feature, you'll only be able to cut out the beginning and the end. Within Zoom, you can't cut things out in the middle. So as you're recording, if you need to stop because the doorbell rings or you need to take another sip of your coffee, go ahead and just push pause, and it'll put a pause in the recording, but it won't stop the recording, right? So you may remember Valeria's sample video from earlier. She was the English tutor. There were like little stops inside her video. You can do those little stops just using the pause button, and then it's like a cut, right? So you can go and grab your coffee or, you know, tend to the kids or whatever, and then come back and unpause and just keep recording. Also, this way you could just do it little chunks at a time to make sure you don't get it wrong. If you completely screw up though and you want to start all over again, no problem. Just push stop, and that'll end the recording, and you don't have to leave Zoom. Just stay in Zoom and just push record again, and a new recording will start, right? It'll start with a separate recording. When you're completely finished, just go ahead and push stop. So to review, the pause button gives you a pause in the same recording. The stop button will stop it entirely and give you a new recording. Okay. Once it's recorded, you're going to go find it and edit it, because this is very important. You must make it ADA compliant or you cannot use it. All right. So fortunately, Zoom has a lot of tools to make your video ADA compliant for you. All you need to do is go back into your Zoom account and click on recordings. That's one of the links on the left side of your profile page. It looks like this. You're going to look for recordings. There's your profile, meetings, and so on. Go into recordings, and it'll give you a list, right? So here's what I recorded. It was inside my office hours. You see the date, time that I recorded it is all there. So just go ahead and click on the recording to open it up. And you're going to do some trimming, and you're going to do some captioning. So the first thing you want to do is they will auto transcribe for you, but sometimes you have to click auto transcribe. Oftentimes it'll do this for you, but just in case, you can click the auto transcribe button right here. Now, they will transcribe your video for you, but it does take time, okay? So don't do a video and expect it to be transcribed in the next 10 minutes. Oftentimes I have to wait overnight, and then in the next morning it'll be transcribed. So give yourself plenty of time. If you want to send out this video tomorrow, don't wait until tomorrow. Record it tonight so you can get your audio transcriptions ready to go, so you don't have to type the whole thing out by yourself. They'll do the audio transcriptions for you, but it will take some time. While you're waiting for Zoom to auto transcribe for you, you can trim your video. So at the bottom, if you're looking at your video, there's this adorable little pair of scissors right here. If you click that pair of scissors, you can trim the beginning and the end. Again, remember I said Zoom has got some very basic editing functions, so you can't edit anything in the middle. But if you want to just like trim the beginning, you know, or because like you screwed it up and you had to start again, or you trim the end because otherwise the students are seeing you push all these buttons trying to figure out how to end the recording. You've done that before, right? Some of you. So if you want to trim all that stuff out, you can use that little scissors button and you can trim the beginning and the end. Then once your captions are all ready to go, it'll auto caption for you, but you will have to edit them. Because remember, it has auto captioning, but it's not very good. So you have to do it. You have to make sure that it is redone, okay? So go into the audio transcript once it's done. And again, sometimes you have to wait overnight, right? You have to wait until the next day. You're going to come back to it, open up your recording, and then on the right side of the screen, all of your auto transcriptions will be visible, right? Find those auto transcriptions and click this button. It's like a little pencil. That's your edit button, right? And then it'll open it up into an editable document and you can change it. Because remember, your name is going to be not transcribed very well. You're going to say things that Zoom thinks are incorrect. So you have to make sure that you go in and make sure that your transcriptions are all correct so that people who need those captions at the bottom can see it accurately. There's nothing more frustrating than turning on the closed captions and finding a bunch of gobbledygook that's not punctuated. No good. So make sure it's all correct. All right. So make your corrections here and then hit save. All right. The last thing you're going to do is share the link. So when you're done doing all of your editing, there's going to be a little button right here where you can copy the shareable link. So just hit that copy. I like to put it into a tiny URL to shorten it, but you don't have to. And then it's ready to send off. Right? Here are some ways to distribute your video, and you might have some other ideas. You're very welcome to put it in the chat. Some of the ways to distribute the video you'll need your faculty members' help with. Some of the things you can do on your own. All right, so for example, if you want to put your video in a module inside of a Canvas page where a faculty member is teaching, a faculty member has to do that for you. So ask the faculty member with whom you're working if they would be so kind as to put your video into a module in their Canvas page. You can't do that, all right? You can, however, put it in a discussion post. So if there's a discussion board, you can go onto the discussion board and introduce yourself, and you can attach the video, right? There's a little video attachment button right in the discussion boards, so you can put it right in there. Also, you can email it to students through the Canvas inbox. That's another feature that tutors do have access to. You don't need a faculty member to email it to people in the class. So let's say a student says, I want to come and see you, but I don't know how to get to you. Could you please tell me? You can just go find them in that Canvas inbox and send them a little video, 30 seconds on how to find you, and you're done. All right. The other way you can do it is, of course, emailing it. You can email this to faculty members to introduce yourself, right? Hi, my name is Crystal. I'll be your embedded tutor this semester. Please come and visit me. You can do that for faculty members. Or, of course, you can ask the faculty members to send it to students. If you want to embed your video within the email, just remember that you would have to host it on a site like YouTube. Otherwise, if you don't want to do anything that fancy, you can just grab that link that you copied from Zoom and you can paste it as a link into the email. And of course, social media is a great idea. So if your class has an Instagram page or a Facebook page or a Discord app or any of that stuff, putting these videos up there is also a really good idea so students can come and find you. All right. So we're going to take a pause there and we're going to answer some questions. So chat monitors, what questions came up? Let's see. Jake, oh, go ahead.
There was one question about if Jake asked if we can generate our own transcripts instead of relying on Zoom's transcripts.
Oh, you mean like, can you type up all of your own transcripts and upload it into Zoom? I don't think so. I've never tried that. Do you know, Ronnie, if you can do that?
No. So from my understanding, Zoom only has its own transcripts that you can upload. However, since they're editable, you can basically erase everything and write your own transcripts instead.
Yeah, but I don't recommend you do. Because what's really nice about the auto transcripting on Zoom is it'll transcript and it'll match it up to your video, so you can watch the video and change the transcripts as you go.
Yeah, I would recommend definitely letting the machine, transcribe it, and then you just fix it. YouTube also does that, and it's pretty good. I've had pretty good experiences. I upload to YouTube, it auto transcribes, I edit it, and then I download it, so I have it on a hard copy, and then I can upload it to different formats after that. So yeah, so upload it, get a transcript, fix it, and then save it for yourself for other platforms.
Okay, cool. What other questions came up, chat monitors? Any other questions came up? Ronnie, Adon, Jamie?
Yes, there was one question about, it says you mentioned tutors can embed into course Canvas inbox. It says, can you go over that again, please?
Yes. Yeah. So if you go into your inbox, and I do have some slides on it, it might be too confusing for me to pull them up, but I'll try to pull them up while you're in your breakout rooms. In Canvas, there is an inbox feature there, so tutors can actually go into the inbox in Canvas and they can find a student. You can type on the class name and then type on the student name, and then you can send them an email inside Canvas. And so you can attach that to the email. So I'll try to pull up some slides. So when you come back from the breakout sessions, I'll have those ready for you.
All right. And there was also one more question about, is this recording going to be available for us later?
This one, yes. So
Yes.
all of these recordings for 3CSN, they all get uploaded onto our YouTube channel. And if you go to 3csn.org, which I'll put for you right here, then you can go there and you can look for the past audio recordings, and everything that we do is there. But I mean, it takes a little bit of time because, you know, they transcribe it and put it on YouTube and all that stuff, but it'll appear there. Other questions?
All right. That was it, I think.
Okay. All right, well, if there are any other questions, please do raise your hand, put your questions in the chat, and I'm very, very happy to answer them. And we also, again, have Adon here who does lots of films, and Ronnie here who does lots of Zooms and lots of films. So please do ask those questions, even if they seem a little techie and weird, and we'll see if we can get them answered for you. Okay. So in that case, now it's going to be your turn. So this is the part where everybody who's too scared to talk to other people bail. I get it. But if you want to actually try to do one, now is your opportunity to do it. So here's how the next portion of this training is going to work. I'm going to give you 3 minutes of silent time, right? So I'll mute myself and I'll just set my timer for 3 minutes. What I'd like you to do is just get out something to type or to write on, even if it's old school. Remember these? And I just want you to take 3 minutes to fast prototype something for your script. So just real quickly, what do you want to say? What's going to go into it? Pretend it's 1 minute, right? Then after we've quick prototyped it, we're actually going to share it with somebody else. So again, you're going to send out this welcome video to a lot of people who have never met you before, and it's kind of scary. So before you send it out to a lot of people who don't know you, let's show it to a couple people who don't know you. After you do your 3 minute prototype, I'll put you in groups of 3 to 4, and then you will share with each other. You'll get some practice doing it. Once you get that practice, we're going to come back, and I'm going to ask a couple, up to 3 brave souls to actually do it for us. Yes, do it for us. So you can practice, get your script down, and get a little bit of feedback. So again, if that terrifies you and you want to bail right now, I completely understand. 2 people have already bailed. They're like, I'm not talking to anybody else. I'm done with this. But if you want to try it, now's the time. Okay? All right. So your first task, you're all still here. 44 of you are still here. Oh, 43. So for those of us who remain, just get out your pen, get out your paper, get out your typing surface, whatever it is. And I'm going to set my timer for 3 minutes. And you are just going to quick prototype a 1 minute video. Are there any questions on the task ahead of us, what we're going to be doing for the next 3 minutes?
Yeah, there was one question about if we can go back to the slide about how to specify the transcripts.
Specify, oh, yes,
Yeah,
sure.
these ones.
Ah, yes. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to hit auto transcribe, and then you're just going to walk away and do something else while Zoom auto transcribes your video. So it'll transcribe it it'll transcribe it for you. It's just not going to be perfectly accurate. So after you've hit auto transcribe and you've walked away, you come back the next day, all your transcriptions are there. Then you're going to go back into that video. You're just going to click on the video, and then you're going to see a big panel on the right side where all of your transcriptions are going to be. So if you click on this little pencil icon, it'll open up an editable version, and then you can make your changes and then just hit save.
I think they want to see what that slide on what should be in the script too.
Oh,
Like the who am I, what am I, where am I? Yeah.
All right.
That one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. So short, something about you, why you do what you do, how you can help, how to find you, and any other information that the faculty member may have asked you to put in that video, or any other information that you think is important specific for that course. Other questions? Okay, beautiful. I'm setting my timer for 3 minutes, and I'm going to shut off my mic so we can have 3 minutes of silence. But if you have any questions, put them in the chat and we'll answer them. All right, go. Okay, you got about 20 seconds left. So go ahead and finish it up. I know it's not going to be perfect. Just finish whatever sentence you're working on now. All right, so the next thing that we're going to do is I'm going to put you into breakout rooms so you can share this video with somebody else. So again, if you are too terrified to do that, you don't want to do a breakout room and you want to bail, do it now before I open up the rooms. Don't worry about it. I'm not going to be offended. But for the rest of us who stick around, we're actually going to have a chance to practice this with other people. So the way it's going to work is I'm going to put you into rooms, a breakout room of 3 to 4 people. Once you're there, you're going to introduce yourself because you don't want to be talking to complete strangers. You want a little bit of trust, a little bit of safety. You're just going to say what your name is, your college, your role, what your video is for. Then I want you to set a timekeeper. And then that timekeeper is going to set their timer for 2 minutes. Okay, practice and take turns. Each person gets no more than 2 minutes to practice their speech, so everybody gets a chance. All right, and then if we do it that way, we'll have enough time for everybody to practice a 2-minute speech and get about a minute of feedback. So as you're listening to other people's speeches, think to yourself, what did they do well, and what questions would students still have at the end of their introductory video? All right. So again, people are deciding to bail now, so you have another second or two before that happens. So while we're waiting for that, we are going to, Jamie and I are going to model it for you so you can kind of see what's going on. Because if this is your first time, sometimes it can feel a little scary. So, all right, so Jamie and I are gonna model what this looks like. You ready? Okay.
Yes.
So, hey, Jamie, my name is Crystal. I'm from Pierce College and I'm a tutoring center director. And I am here because I have a lot of intro videos for 150 tutors that I want to do videos for. How about you?
Oh my gosh, that's a lot of tutors. Hi, I'm Jamie Ray. I'm also at Pierce College and I also work at a tutoring center. I'm an ESL professor and I'm here because I want to create a video for my students to introduce myself.
Cool. All right, so tell me your quick video, your
All right, so here it goes. Here's what I got. So hi everyone, my name is Jamie Ray. I am your ESL professor for ESL 8. So I'm just going to introduce myself a little here. Why am I doing this? Why do I do what I do? I really like this job. I know what it's like to learn a new language as an adult and how hard that can be. And I also know what it's like to live in another country and how hard that can be, and to go to school in another country and how hard that can be. It's really hard. And so I want to help you. I also like learning languages and I like linguistics and language learning. So the way I want to help you is just through giving you context and giving you
All right,
practice.
that's it.
Oh, God. Okay.
All right, that was a great video. I love it. I love the way that you talked about your own personal experience, and I really think that students are going to want to come and see you. The big question that I have as a student is how now would I come and find you? And scene. So that's basically what we're going to be doing. You're just going to introduce yourself, do a short demo of your quick intro, and get a little bit of feedback about what you did well and what questions students would have. So I've got you all in groups of 3. You'll have to accept your breakout rooms. So that way I know if anybody is actually off making a sandwich somewhere, so nobody is left in a room alone. If you are left in a room alone, let me know or I'll move you. So there may be a little bit of moving around in the first 10 seconds, just so we make sure that everybody's got a good group. Any questions before we go? All right, well, in that case, we'll see you back here in about 10 minutes. All right, happy sharing. All right, so now all you have to do is just click join. All right, Janice, are you all right? Do you need some help getting in? Oh, no, you did it. Oh, they all did it. All right, so they're all in. So
Yeah.
I'm going to pause the recording.
Okay. Yeah. Oh,
Yes, we'll get another minute, so they'll be back in a minute.
okay.
And we'll see. See, when they jump right back, you know that their conversation was less than stimulating. Hi, Nicole. Welcome back. Hey, everybody. All right, y'all coming back. It's good to see your faces again. We will all be back in 38 seconds. And at that time, I will ask 3 brave volunteers to raise their hands, and I will ask them to share their 1 minute or their 2 minute. I'm going to set my timer for 2 minutes. So if you want to be that brave individual, you can go ahead and find your Zoom hand and raise it now. And I'll just call on the first 3 people who put up their hands. All right. Ooh, Brittany's on it. Okay, we got 11 more seconds before people come back. So we already have 1 person who wants to do it. Awesome. Thanks for stepping up, Brittany. Tallulah Echo. All right. So we got a new tutor and we have a returning tutor who are going to try it out. Awesome. All right. Welcome back, everybody. So now we're going to ask 3 brave volunteers to practice their introductory video just in front of all of us. Oh my gosh. And we already have 2 volunteers. We have a brand new tutor who hasn't even started tutoring yet, and they're all ready to share their video. And then we've got a returning tutor who's been doing it a couple of semesters. So they're going to show us how they do it. If you want to be the 3rd person, just go ahead and raise your Zoom hand, and we would love, love, love to hear from you. So we want 3 people to share out their videos, and I'll set my timer for 2 minutes to ensure that they don't go over. As our brave volunteers speak out, put some love in the chat, tell them in the chat what they did well, and tell them what kinds of questions their students might have at the end of their video. All right, so I'm going to ask Brittany to go ahead and unmute themselves. Go ahead, Brittany. I'm setting my timer. Are you ready to go?
Yes, 1 second. Hi guys. So before I start, please, I am very cool with criticism and I want this to be the best that it can possibly be. So don't be shy. Please critique as much as you can because I want it to be good.
Love it. All right.
I'm ready whenever you are.
And go.
Hi everyone. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. My name is Brittany and I'm your statistics tutor for this semester. I'm a student at UCLA, but I took honor statistics here at Pierce and understand that the class can be intimidating. But with a little patience and practice, you will be surprised by how simple and applicable all the concepts are. I know I was. I can help you with any questions you have in regards to understanding concepts, homework, and test preparation. You can find me here on the Canvas tutoring page every Tuesday and Wednesday from 9 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. I look forward to hopefully working with you all. Thank you so much.
Nice. All right, so great. All right, so give Brittany some love in the chat. Very awesome.
Yes.
All right, and anybody tell Brittany what questions students would have after she was done with that. So after you heard that, if you were a student, what else would you want to know? So put that right in the chat. Like, do you have any questions about how to find Brittany or what they'll be doing? Anything you want, what kinds of things that you would want to know. State the hours very clearly. I love the normalizing of the confusion. That's always my favorite. All right, cool, thank you. All right, so we have our second volunteer, Tallulah Echo. So go ahead and unmute yourself. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here, thank you.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, go.
Hi everybody, I am Tallulah Echo, the art history tutor for your course this semester. A little bit about me. I first took Art 101 in the fall semester of 2018. I've been tutoring since the spring of 2019. I'm not an art history major, I'm an English major, so that just proves that you can be absolutely any major and still succeed in this course. If you have never attended tutoring before, it can range from getting help with study habits, to learning note-taking skills, to guidance on assignments and essays. I can also help with navigating Canvas and ConferZoom and finding resources. Art 101 includes so many cultures, time periods, and different parts of the world that sometimes it is difficult to keep the information straight. I can help you organize the information, make connections, and help with grammar and avoiding plagiarism too. There is no question too small or too big, so whether you have 1 question or 100 questions, I am here to help. My hours for this semester are from X time to Y time on A, B, and C days. To access tutoring, just click the Zoom link I included in my message during those hours. You can also message me through the Canvas inbox messaging system with any questions about how tutoring works or your assignments, and I will respond to student messages Monday to Friday within 24 hours. I look forward to working with you all this semester.
All right, so if you want to tell Tallulah Echo what she did well, what questions students might have at the end of it, if you want to give Tallulah Echo a little thumbs up or a little applause, we would appreciate that too. Very nice. And I see we don't have a third volunteer, but that's okay. We heard 2. I'm very happy. I know that we're all in different places and you're going to have different levels of comfort. So we are at the end of our presentation today. Are there any other questions that we didn't get in the chat? Jamie, Ronnie, or Adon, did I miss anything? All right. Well, then just a couple of closing comments. We want to thank you for being here today. I know it can sometimes be a little scary, but if you have questions that you want to continue to ask or you want to continue to practice, I will continue to be on this call. So I'll be here until everybody is satisfied up until 4:30. So if you want to stay on and continue to ask questions and practice, you are very welcome to do that. Also, keep in mind that we have lots of other presentations just like this, where we do these trainings on Fridays at 3 p.m. for learning assistance professionals. Next week at 3 p.m., we're going to come back and we're going to talk about how you can do something called a think aloud and a paired problem solving, so that you can take two of your students, put them together, and have them work on sticky problems and hard concepts together, and we'll show you how to facilitate that conversation. So if you would like to hear more about the cool stuff that we do, just go to 3csn.org, look for the Learning Assistance Hour on Fridays at 3 o'clock, and come and join us. We'll do a different skill each week, and we also feature the skills of other people. So if I'm talking to you, CSU, Monterey Bay, and you, ELAC, if you want to come on board and do one of these and show us your skills and strut your stuff, we would love, love, love to work with you on that too. You can email me at 3csn.org, just my first name, Crystal, at 3csn.org. Send me your questions, and I'm happy to follow up with that. So if you have to go, go. If you want to stay and continue to ask questions, please do so. I'm going to stop the recording, and I'm going to thank you all.